Hello guys, well, got something a bit different for you today. So this is a video, basically, I made something the other day. This is GJ's pin and cam range. I mean, look at that for a thing of beauty, okay? So obviously these are all the pin stacks and the reader keys, and these are actually all the pin and cams available by one, okay? That's the Chuck 3G110, but that'll be a different video. But look at that for a thing of beauty. Anyway, today's video, okay, is going to be about the ERA Viscount. Now, obviously, I have the Viscount decoder, but the only downside to this, and probably why it's come out with this version, is that 3 sets of the lever readings are too similar, okay? So in the door, you can actually have fucking nightmares decoding these. So if you look at this, 1s and 2s, obviously you can confuse them. 3s and 5s look identical, and 4s and 6s, actually in the jig, you know, you're going to confuse yourself. Only really 7 stands out. So you can actually end up with like 16 different possible key combinations depending on what the reading is. So this brings us on to the pin and cam, okay? So with this, you can pretty much guarantee that you're going to get it open in 1 or 2 passes. That's it. Simply the fact that you can differentiate between highs and lows. So if you look here, we have a set of low levers, okay, and higher levers, and obviously you can see why. So the higher levers, the anti-pick stump notch is above, and the low lift levers, they are below. Now what we can do, all right, this is how it works. So levers 1, 2, 3, and 4 are high lifts. Levers 5, 6, and 7 are low lifts, right? So let me just get the pin stack out there. Now, if we can differentiate between the two, separate them into high lifts and low lifts, basically you've got half of the lock built already. But then, if you can differentiate between 1s and 2s, okay, so either a 1 or a 2, then pretty much guaranteed you're going to get the lock open in 1. So we're going to give you this for example now, okay? Obviously I know the bitting for this lock, but I just want to show you the example. So we're going to take a reading like you would from the back of the levers. So turn and press. Okay, out. Just take it out nice and gentle, and there you go. Okay, so if you look at levers positions 2 and 3, I mean, they look pretty similar. Obviously 3 and 5 have to be the same. There's only really position 4 where you can pretty much guarantee with any certainty what that is. That's either a 1 or a 2. Lever position 1 could be a 4, could be a 6. So it's hard to tell, do you know what I mean? So obviously, if you're at the door, you're going to make up about 8 different fucking keys for that. So what we do is we take our reader key, okay, and insert nice and slowly. And all we're going to do is take a little read of the front of the levers. That's it. So you just turn it to there, and it will basically tell us which ones are the highs and the lows, okay? So anything that marks is a low lift. So as we can see in this example, okay, levers positions 1 and 2 are lows, all right? Everything else is high, right? That helps us massively, absolutely massively. So we're gonna get the lock in 1 pass, basically. So anything that's a low lift, we are gonna start off, excuse me, where's my fucking grease, that'll do. Anything that's a low lift, we're gonna start off at a 7, all right? And basically, they're impossible to go into anti-pick. Simply the fact, 1 second. Simply the fact that the anti-pick's underneath them. Now, if we start off at a 7, it allows us to pick up to a 5. So forget about the low lifts, we've got them. So, right, what did I say? Start off in a 7, position 1. Okay, 7, position 2. Now, I've already told you that high lifts are 1, 2, 3s, and 4s. So what we're going to do is start off on 4s on the high lifts. But you say, let me just start that. So we've got a 4 in there. You silly Seth, took it out the wrong pin position. Think what you're doing. I'm going to put a 4 into there. Now this is the only exception that I'll make. Because we know lever position 4 is either a 1 or a 2, all we're going to do is put that as a 3 just to cover both eventualities. Okay? And then finally, if I can, put that in as a 4. So, right, what we've loaded up with is 7, 7, 4, 3, 4. Now, obviously, if there was no clear indications that there was a 1 or a 2 in there, in the lock, obviously, let's say position lever 4 was a bit further down, so it wasn't a clear 1 or a 2, you would load all high lifts up as a 4, right? And you'll still get the lock open in 1. So, put our little spacer in, and the reason we put this little spacer, little stabiliser, is that ERA Viscounts are baggy as shit. The levers want to fucking dance about, okay? They just do want to dance everywhere. So, 77343. Let's have a go. In we go. Just tickle it. Just tickle, 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 tickle. I mean, that, you know, that is nowhere near the chord, guys, right? Nowhere near the chord. And we've absolutely fucking walloped it in one. Absolutely walloped it in one. And if you've used this process, obviously highs, lows, and if there's any ones in there, then you're guaranteed you're going to get the lock first time. Absolutely first time, and you can worry about recording it after. So, that is the fucking pin and cam. Absolutely smashes the granny out of ERA Viscounts. No longer will we be stood at a door at 2 o'clock in the morning trying to work out whether it's a fucking 3 or 5. Anyway, take care, dream big, guys. I'll see you on the next one.